it should be an absolutely great game, Steve. Beautiful day here in Fredericton, so I'm really excited for this game to get underway here.
We got an all-female officiating crew, which is good to see.
Oh, absolutely. This whole game, all about the female game and the growth of the game for females all over, like Eastern Canada and Canada in general. The quality of play has really increased over the last few years, and it's really great to see.
So that's a throw-in on this near side for Picaroons. It's a question mark over whether the ball's pumped up right. The coach is having a good look at it.
You think that's something that addressed before the game starts, you would think, but a little switch here. We should get underway soon.
It's a black mark for the referee. One down early.
Well, hopefully they have a pump ready.
Yeah.
There's some debate going on.
Fourth official's in there. The referee assessor's in there.
One of the Picaroons Red subs just run on the ball, so we're off and running here.
And expect it to be fairly tight for the opening 10-15 minutes.
Absolutely. No one's looking to concede too early on. Looking for probably not too much of an open game to start. But as players fatigue here in this hot weather, you might see the game open up a little bit more here.
Now you'll be able to spread the play there. Good tackle. I think that must be Leahy that's just laid the ball out. I think that's Spicer on the far side. Knocks the ball in.
Good movement so far.
Oh, it's in!
Wow, what a strike early on. Kodiak left that far side of the field way too exposed, and the Picaroons Reds were able to pass the ball into the box far, far too easily, and the striker just being able to turn and shoot like that in so much space. That can't happen in the box, especially this early on. I'm surprised to see such an easy goal so far, and we're up and running right off the bat here. So 1-0 to the Picaroons Reds.
I don't have a number 16 on my program, so we'll get that for you at halftime.
It was a great finish. She took it really well. I thought maybe she would. She had her back to the goal. I thought maybe she'd pass it up to the top of the box where players were available, but she took it herself, and a really nice strike.
So that's going to change the complexion of the game right from the off.
They can't have been more than 2 minutes gone, really.
No. I guess it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds now at this point. So.
And we spent a minute playing with the balls trying to get one that was inflated. So let's see how Kodiak respond, really.
Number 3 for Kodiak, Rennie Gauvin. Knocking it back. She misses the mark of Nick Gautreau, and the keeper Leblanc clears that field. Decent kick, but won back by the Reds. Now Spicer on that far side. Knocks it back into De Courcy. And now Heckley Gates with it, but that's pass is picked off. She's won it back though, a little fortunate. Hits it over on this near side to Percy.
It's all Picaroons Red so far.
Good tackle, good foot in there. Winning the free kick is another player that's not on my game sheet.
Well, we'll get that updated as soon as possible. But that free kick was probably a necessary one. If she let the play go through there, it would have been 1-1 with the goalkeeper, and it could have been 2-0 before 5 minutes had even passed. So probably a good free kick to give away there.
Gates to take it. Floats a decent ball. It's pretty close to the goalkeeper. She's come and took it. She didn't look too convincing. Took it like at chest level, but good distribution. Quickly out to McMillan here on this left-hand side.
A well struck ball, just a little bit too deep, and let's see what Kodiak can do here now in the break.
Put it down long. Oh, that's
dangerous!
Trouble. Oh, good goalkeeping. Sammy Joe Small coming to the rescue.
That was a bit of a mental lapse there by the defender.
Yeah, your last man back like that, you can't expose the ball to the forward.
No, but it amounts to nothing in the end, and it was really great goalkeeping. We saw the goalkeeper for Kodiak come out a little tentatively with a cross, but we see the Res goalkeeper come out with authority there to stuff that ball down low.
Maybe a little bit more experienced.
Yeah.
Madeleine Leblanc with the throw-in. Down the line. the chest by McMillan. Now the Reds have it with the... Oh, no, they don't have it. They thought they had it. LeBlanc down the line again. It's crowded.
Very well. We know the Kodiak have goal scorers on their team.
Yes.
So with Bujod and Allerhead being the top 2 scorers in the league this year.
Back to LeBlanc. Clears it up towards half. Challenge in the air. Bit of time and space now. Good tackle, solid tackle there. Just to cut inside. That was Laura Colburn. Now it's back with Madeline LeBlanc. Picked off again, this time by DeCourcy. Wins the throw-in.
Tough play so far. Really good tackles that we're seeing early on here by the Fredericton Reds, winning the ball very cleanly and really putting pressure on the Kodiak players whenever they have the ball.
Good foot in there by Nordal. Gates using her strength. Seemed to be tripped there, but no call. No worries. The Reds clear it forward, but possession now with Kodiak. They spread it around the back, looking to get some space. Play down the line. Oh, good foot in there by Vanessa Peterson, else Kodiak winger would have been away.
They got to be careful playing on the back there with the striker poaching around there. That could end in disaster if you're a little too complacent.
That's the first time we've seen the ball on that side of the field for Kodiak, and that's where their 2 top scorers seem to be hanging out right now.
Well, and that is the side where they got exposed early on, defensively leading to Fredericton's goal.
Here's Bujo. Can't get by McNicholas.
As you said, the Pickering's Reds are a very experienced team, and they are going to be used to playing with the lead, so we wonder if their game plan will change at all, coming out with the lead so early on in this game, if they'll be a little bit more defensive. I doubt it this early on, but they definitely can make game plans on the fly, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Throw in the box, headed away by McNicholas. Collected by Kodiak on the edge, poked through, but away again by the Reds. Maroons. Now Spicer, using some pace, tries to get it across, can't quite find Kuban.
She probably could have used some air underneath that ball there. It's a lot harder to intercept a ball that's flying through the air than when it's just rolling on the ground like that.
Striding out of defense now, looking for a pass, looking for feet, but she doesn't find one. Then she has to gets held up, and then allows the Pickering Reds player to get a foot in. And cleared out by Dominique Leblanc.
The Kodiak defense has been tested early, and I can't say they've responded to the test too well here. They're doing adequately, but there's definitely going to be more goals in this game. You can just tell by how the defenses are shaping up.
Ball bouncing around there. Missed kick by Leblanc, but she's won it back. Good foot out there by... trying to get down the line is 10 McMillan.
That was a good play down the line there, and just clear to safety pretty easily though by Gates.
That's a central defensive partnership that they're very familiar with each other. Gates and McNicholas haven't done that job at UNB for several years.
Well, it's so important as two central defenders to work well with each other, know when one person's going to the ball, know when one person needs to take a step back, and you have to have that kind of relationship. And experience is really undervalued, I think, when you talk about defensive lines and being able to work in tandem. It's very invaluable to the team, and so that's why they've had such a good defensive record this year.
Taken down by Boucher. Trying to get that ball through there to Katie Olahead, but not able to do it. Oh, now that's picked off. But Olahead coming back to pick it up and coming from an offside position.
I have been pretty impressed with how Kodiak has responded. Didn't hang their heads too much going down so early on. They have come out again and attacked, so that's good to see.
picked off by Nogel. Strides forward. She's got some support. Plays a nice ball in there to McMillan. McMillan's touch is a little bit heavy. And that's out for goal kick.
Yeah, she had an option down the middle as well for the striker hanging on that last defender. Chose to go more out wide, and the cross just didn't quite get in there enough. As you said, a very heavy touch kind of let her down.
Encouraging though, there was 3 white shirts in the box, looking to try to get on the end of that.
Well, we did talk earlier in the game about whether we think it was going to be an open game or kind of a defensive stalemate, but I think we have our answer now with 10 minutes gone. Both sides having opportunities to score. Fredericton putting one in the back of the net. It is opening up, and it's going to be a really great game for the rest of it.
Sammy Jo Small, that's a decent kick. Met by the Kodiak defender though. But Pickeroon Reds have the throw-in. Laura Kuban looks for it, gets it into feet, takes it on the thigh. It's very tightly marked, but plays it back to McNicholas. She gets a touch, it's a little heavy, but her athleticism kind of got her out of it, but it's turned the ball over. Boujol picked it up. Now down the line to Olahead. She's onside, has a chance to get a decent cross in, but it just sort of runs away from her and ends up shanking that one out of bounds.
I mean, we saw just down here when the Pickeroon's red defender had the ball, there was 4 or 5 white shirts surrounding her. Kodiak really pressing up the field here. But that, as we've seen, has left them pretty exposed in the back if Fredericton able to beat that.
Well, that's the risk of having to chase the game, having conceded that early goal. They don't have to chase too hard right now, though. I mean, there's a lot of time left, right? So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what, 11 minutes gone? Plenty of time. I think neither team should stray too far from the game plan at this point. Shouldn't panic too much.
Nice
Beautiful, beautiful turn by Olahead.
McNicholas reads it though, plays it back to the keeper, hammered up towards half, brought down nicely there. It's turned over. Kodiak with it, goes in for the tackle, misses, chance for a shot, has a little poke. Good save by Sammy Jo Small.
Ball's live here. She goes for it
again.
again.
Well held.
It's interesting to see the Pickeroon's player not really closing her down too much before she shot that ball. Obviously saying, take the shot if you want, just don't come at us anymore. They do have a very good goalkeeper, like we said, so she's to be trusted. But it looks like Fredericton are going to let Kodiak kind of have those long-range shots in and around the box.
Gautreau with it. Gets a chance to get a head up. To find something. Knocks a long ball in the corner, but not too many players be quick enough to keep that in. Just looking at the bench here, we've got at least 5 subs here for the Pickeroon Reds and I think 4 for Kodiak, so there's help available if needed, but there is a limit on the number of substitutions you can make in a Jubilee Cup final. I think it's 5 plus whatever, you can make as many as you want at halftime. But that's different than the regular season when you can sub people in and out at will.
And what do you think of that? Do you think that's a good rule to have, just to change the rules completely for just one game, or should it be just consistent throughout the whole season, do you think?
Well, it can, like, the substitutions can be abused, right? Like, that's I think why they have the rule, so people aren't making one sub every time the ball goes out.
Exactly.
But, like, I don't know if we've seen that kind of gamesmanship in this league, and so I don't know if we would suspect we would see it at the in the final as well.
Exactly, and you would imagine in the finals you are going to play your best 11,
and the referees can control that too.
Absolutely,
if they think it's being abused, it does make it tricky for the coaching staff. Looked offside, yes, it is offside. The other thing that's tricky for the coaching staff at this stage is now you've got a 4th official in the mix. So all season you're used to sort of, if you're that kind of coach, like walking around and barking out instructions, and now you've got a 4th official telling you to stay in your technical box and not wander too far, and there's 2 people up at the same time and one person has to sit down, and it can drive you nuts.
Yeah, you're like a caged animal. Just wanting to get out. I mean, as a coach, it is important to keep your composure and all that stuff. And I'd be surprised to see if there's anything too outlandish here today from the coaches.
I'd coached with in national championships with a fourth official, along with, and I had two other coaches with me, and it was, we all like to sort of stand up and say our piece, and it was, we were always getting shut
Beautiful
down.
ball there. Sorry, go ahead.
We were always getting shut down by the fourth official. Like,
I feel like musical chairs. When
Yeah.
one person's up, the other sits down.
Pickeroons Reds knocked that ball in.
And the coaches obviously going to have some nerves too, as are the players. It's the biggest game of the season.
Yeah, it's what you work for the whole year.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, in this case, it's a little different because there's been an agreement that the Pickeroons Reds will attend the national championships.
Yeah.
But this is still for the Jubilee Cup.
Absolutely. And when you train all season long, you want to obviously win as many games as you can, lift that trophy. I mean, just because Kodiak aren't going to national doesn't mean they're not going to give it their absolute all right now.
They still want to be provincial champions.
Exactly. Just bragging rights alone.
Throw in on this near side.
And it has been pretty much all Kodiak this last 8 to 10 minutes here.
Yeah, they seem to be winning the midfield battle right now.
But it is
Pickeroons unable to get their foot on it.
very open in the middle of the park, though. Both teams sending a lot of women forward when it's their turn to attack, leaving a lot of space in the middle of the park.
Goal kick for the Pickeroon Reds. See who wins this challenge. Left-footed. Flicked on.
Not the best kick. The ball bounces around.
Won back by Draper. Headed clear. Keeper clearance completed. Good challenge in the middle. It's a bit scrappy.
Yeah,
Now Corsi with it. Plays it back to Gates. Got two people on it right away. Keeps her calm. Plays it back to Bobby Joe Small. Knocked in towards Kuban. Flicked on. Now a chance for the Pickeroon Reds to make something happen. It's played in the general direction of Spicer. She can't get there first.
The ball just does not want to stay on the ground right now. It's just bouncing all over the place. Aerial battles left, right, and center.
Yeah, here comes McNicholas. See, it still seems to be some concern over the quality of the ball being used.
Yeah, we see the Fredericton Pickeroons Red coach saying something about the ball. He's talking about how it bounces. I'm not quite sure what he's looking at. Doesn't appear to be too abnormal to me.
It's one of the disadvantages of turf is that you can't blame the field anymore.
Yeah.
For a missed kick,
Leaves the players exposed and no
Here we
excuses.
go.
Oh, the ball's on. The flag didn't go up. We don't know if it
No.
would have been offside. She played that line pretty well, but the pass was far too heavy.
Pretty tight. That's Bougeot there for Kodiak that was trying to get through. De Courcy net plays it out wide. Picked off though by LeBlanc. Now it's back with Kodiak. Draper knocks it forward. Gates gets there first. Pickeroon Reds played forward for Kuban. That should be the goalkeeper's ball. Yeah, LeBlanc gathers that.
Well, speaking of the turf, it is a very nice facility here that we're playing on this beautiful day.
Gates wins the header, but it's right up in the air. Now McNicholas will attempt to complete the clearance. Gauvin. There's a little handball there.
Yeah, a little unlucky as the ball just bounced up and accidentally hit her on the arm.
So we'll take the Walmart special and deposit that behind the stands. And, come in with the new ball. That's ball number 3, I think. Gates.
What's the over/under on the amount of balls we can see today, do you think?
Well, this is where UNB trains, so I don't think we'll be running out anytime soon.
Well, hopefully, whatever is going on with the ball, I'm sure by halftime we'll have something figured out and at least have the same ball in the second half throughout.
It's a good kick.
I wonder if the players even noticed, to be honest with you. I don't think I would if I was playing. I'd be too focused.
Gates has it. Forced back, though, by Bougeot. Gets it back. He's going to get a little bit of pressure now from McMillan. again. Small decides to clear her lines.
Plenty of time,
Yeah,
no challenge
easy
at
win.
all.
Oh, that's a heavy touch though, and now Kuban has it. The chance to get that ball through. Oh, almost squeaked that through there. Oh, now a chance to get McMillan away on that left-hand side. Takes a touch. Tries to knock it in. Ball now with Gauvin.
Ooh, did she go for the shot there? If maybe the cross would have been a better option, but goes for the shot and it goes past the goalkeeper's near post. And she wasn't worried about it at all. Wonder if that was a missed kick. I don't think she would have chose to shoot it from there, especially with the players in the box. But if you just showed up to this game and I told you one team was winning 1-0, I think a lot of people would probably think it was the Kodiak team the way they've been playing.
So we'll get some news on the goal scorer in the game at the 2-minute mark, and it was Courtney Sturber for Pickeroons Reds. Ball played down the line now for Spicer. Should be able to keep that in. Not sure she's going to get that first though. Played back to the keeper, LeBlanc. She cleared. And it's gone out of bounds on that far side, so it'll be Pickeroons throw.
There's a little bit of a miss kick there. It was kind of a foot race, but the Kodiak player had a pretty big head start.
Yeah.
So
Peterson with a throw. Over the head and cut out by Boucher. Boucher plays it forward. McNichols just cuts inside, gets a foot on that. It was a bit risky because if she didn't get a foot on it, Boucher would have been away. Bouger would have been away.
that was all or nothing. Luckily, she got the all. Oh, and that's a lazy ball there too.
Yeah, Gates gets that one picked off.
Maybe she just didn't see the white shirt just hanging back there.
McNichols battling for it there. And cleared all the way through to Dominique Leblanc. It's a decent kick.
Oh, it's a great kick. Luckily, unfortunately, there's no white shirt there, but
No.
had a lot of leg on that.
Getting forward, there's Draper. She can't connect.
Yeah, they have the right idea there, trying to get it through that back line, but just not super successful with that last ball today. Working their way up. The chances they've had have been kind of intercepting the Pickeroons passes as opposed to kind of creating on their own.
Kuban has it. It's not the best place to take two players on there. She gets away with it. Gates looking for options. Finds Percy on this near side. She gets a chance to get a head up, pick out a pass, but there's not much to aim for.
Courtney, I need you to talk to me up there. What do you want?
Into feet.
Yeah, it was a good play by Draper, seeing there was no place for the Pickeroons right
Good
back to pass the
1-2.
ball.
Can't connect again, and that ball's out of bounds. LeBlanc with a throw-in. Down the line it goes. Gets it back. Played into the midfield, won by De Courcy. Find McNicholas. The touch is heavy. No, neither team able to really sustain any kind of possession here. McNicholas gets it back. It's the left wing, it's given away again. Finds Bougeot, gets a touch through McNicholas's legs, back on a left foot. Has a chance to strike one. It's a decent effort, but it's not troubling Sammy Jo Bell.
It's interesting to see the Kodiak team really like settling for shots outside the box. She definitely could have taken on that last defender, and if she beat her, then she would have been 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. But they're just settling for those long shots, and those shots haven't been the best quality so far today. Not really troubling the goalkeeper too much.
It's one in the air by Boucher. McNicholas is across again to snuff out that danger. Plays it back to Sammy Jo Bell. One in the midfield though by Norgal. Pickering's Reds with it back now. But again, it's turned over rather cheaply.
Neither team really able to keep possession for any extended period of time so far today. Credit the defensive pressure from both teams, but you haven't really seen too much of a possession kind of game. No more than 5-6 passes at a time being completed in a sequence. We'll see if that changes later on, but I don't know if you've noticed, it's just so kind of not sloppy, but they're just taking a lot of chances, not playing very many safe balls, and neither team able to keep possession for too long.
Yeah, need somebody with a bit of experience to put their foot on it and start to hold on to possession a little bit, dictate the play. There's some experienced players out there. Look at 14 for Pickering Reds, DeCourcy, who's very experienced. Another good win in the air by Draper.
Yeah, Kodiak winning probably the majority of the aerial battles. Draper gives a little bit of a hip check there too when the ball comes down.
Gates to take it. She just have some players free on that left-hand side if she chooses to go that way. So she's trying to make a mind up. I'm going to put it into the box.
She definitely has a leg for it. Here it
Drives
goes.
it in. Oh, 3 white shirts went up for it. Nobody really made a good contact, and it almost fell into Pickering Reds player.
They almost caught a break there. Did the Pickering Reds?
It's a good win. Sturber on the ball now.
It was a great turn.
Pickeroons uses her strength, still battling, but getting a foot in there is Norgal. Back to LeBlanc.
And they do say right at the start of the game, or right just to start the second half, is the times when you can catch teams the most vulnerable, and that's probably what happened earlier on. The no call. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, late call, but get it right in the end.
Just as the Pickering's Reds got that early goal, you just wonder if Kodiak didn't really have their game faces on, so to speak. You know, sometimes it takes a while to get into the flow of the game, and I just feel like the team that we're watching now is a much different team than the one that we saw the Reds just waltz into their box earlier on.
So this is 35 yards out. You'd think that's probably a little too...
Oh, I'd be shocked if I see a shot here. I'd be gobsmacked.
I always get a kick out of the referees, you know, marching out the 10 yards when the field is lined. 10 yards. I know it's not exact because you're on a diagonal.
Exactly, but still, it is very funny. But the kickers often ask for that, and they're well within their rights to do so. That's a beautiful ball.
Oh.
Just an inch or two too high. Tantalizingly close, though.
Yeah. No ball boys in this game. Those were the days when I used to play. Goalkeeper, if you're winning, the goalkeeper could take 2 or 3 minutes to get a ball. It was, a shot that was high and wide.
Well, you know what? That's what we might see here in the second half if when the game starts to drag on. But either side of behind the goal, there's not that much space. Fortunately, no big hills to go climb and get the balls.
Because we have more than one ball these days too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Well, apparently not. Apparently we don't even have one good one so far. But a lot of the times in universities, we see soccer fields, football fields.
Oh, there's a chance. Oh, Spicer just couldn't quite connect with that. It was fired in pretty quickly.
It's probably too much of a swing of her leg at that one. Probably didn't need to try and kick it that hard. She could have probably just used the pace of the ball to kind of place that in there. But just to go back to what I was saying, a lot of fields or soccer fields, they use football fields. So you have these massive end zones, and when the ball's missed, it goes way out the back, and it's a long way to go. But fortunately, in this field, we got not too much space on either side of the goal, so not too much time wasted going to collect these balls.
Here we come on this the near side here. Going down the line is McMillan looking for it. Norgal tries to take the cross. Doesn't connect with it the way she would have liked.
Just that final ball today for Kodiak, eh? Just not quite up to snuff so far.
Yeah.
All their chances have come from long shots out of the box, which the goalkeeper has seen very clearly. So even though Kodiak have been playing really well, that's why they don't have anything to show for it so far. If they could just get the final ball, then they have the goal scoring power to put it away.
Sammy Jo Bell drives that one to half. Sturber's trying to connect. She's just wrestle her way past the Kodiak defender. She's past one, she's past two. Chance for a shot. Plays it inside, no, drives it anyway. Comfortable save though by Dominique Leblanc.
Great dribbling there. Doing really well to keep it close to her body, also using her body as a shield to protect that ball. Probably might have been better served passing it there, but sometimes you do so well in the build-up.
Kuban drives one. Oh, it's not that far wide.
I don't think that was touched either. I think that's just going to be a goal kick.
Coach from Kodiak making the point on that the previous chance for the Varsity Reds that the girls allowed the ball to bounce a couple of times. You know, as one of the first rules of defense on the goalkeeper's kicks is don't let it bounce, right? So
exactly,
because then it's in the air and send it right back to where it came from.
Because then it's anybody's ball at that stage. Sometimes you see that ball coming, it's kind of instinctive to try and think you might want to get out of the way, but you just got to go up and meet it. It might hurt just for a second, but
yeah, at this level you got to should be used to that. Peterson with a foul there on Olerhead. It'll be a Kodiak free kick. See what they try to do with this. They're pushing some players forward, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be played into the box. Across to take it is Maggie Draper.
No really intermediate options either. It's all on that back line.
Kind of chipped up, and it's actually fallen in, but McNicholas is there. She will give away the corner.
Yeah, I wonder if that went straight from the training ground. That looks very orchestrated. It didn't look like sometimes you just throw a bunch of people together and hope for the best, but that seemed very strategically planned, and it worked out well. They got the first corner kick of the game, I believe.
On your mark, fullback.
Corner for Kodiak. Big Green Reds trying to get organised in there. Looks like they're picking up woman on woman, I guess.
They got everyone but one back, and what a disappointing corner kick. We've been talking about those poor balls into the box all day. With corner kicks, you have absolutely no excuse. Ball's dead, no one's around you. You got to do better than that. But the Pickering's Red had all but one player back in that box defending. So they'd have been hard-pressed to find a white head anyways, but poor ball in.
Like we're sub lined up here for Kodiak, first sub of the game. Getting ready.
There we go.
Oh, Kuban could get to that first. No, the goal could be done, and she's deflected off Kuban, though, and will be out for a throw-in on the far side for Kodiak.
She might have been in the offside position, maybe, but the Kodiak player touched it last, so obviously no shout of offside there. She found herself in a really fortunate position, but good goalkeeping there.
Alexis Leblanc is ready to come in for Kodiak. Oh, we've got the electronic sign.
Man,
on here.
Look at that. Only the best for the finals here.
Mallory Boucher coming out. I don't know if she's taken a knock because she was making some pretty important challenges in there.
And just to your point of the substitution rule you made earlier, a lot of the subs you see when you have unlimited substitutions is just to keep players fresh. You know, they could be playing really good games, but you just take them off because they've been a bit of a workhorse and they need a bit of a breather. But that strategy is going to be severely limited when you have a cap on how many substitutions you can make. It'll be also interesting to see. You see quite a few times at this level of play, you're allowed to bring players off and then bring them back on again. But you wonder if, with this rule and capping substitutions, whether or not once you're on, you're going to stay on.
Peterson heads that one out. Throwing down the line, aiming for Bugeaud, but it's too heavy.
I think they were trying to take that one pretty quickly and try and catch the defense off guard, but far too heavy there.
Goal kick, we played 34. It's still just the one goal separating the teams. That very early marker by Courtney Sturber. Very well struck goal. If you missed it, just no chance for the keeper.
The defense kind of let the keeper out to dry just a little bit, allowing the Pickering's Reds to kind of waltz the ball into the box without much of a challenge, and probably just caught them sleeping before they really got into the flow of this game. I would say after that goal, it's been mostly Kodiak's game, just lacking that final touch that I keep mentioning.
Now with Gauvin. Plays it across to Gamble. Let's give that away. Peterson will take it. Can spice it down the line. Sturber inside. De Courcy's open in the midfield. Collects it. Takes a touch. Cuts inside. Plays it back to Gates. Gates knocks it forward over the top. That's a dangerous one. That's a very important header there by Amanda Kenny. For Anik Gautreau.
As I was tracking that ball, I thought maybe, just maybe, it would go over the head. But she did get a very important touch there.
Peterson with it. Takes it forward. Spicer battling there with Gamble. Over the top, but Nicholas has read it well. But Bugeaud has it now. Oh, chance, opportunity knocking for all ahead, but McNicholas won it back. Strong challenge. That's her game.
It was originally beautiful control and a really great layoff to Allahead, but
Bugeaud keeps it in on that far side. Danger's not over. Pickeroons.
I think she's just waiting for more bodies to come in.
There's nothing there. Now there's some bodies, but now it's stationary.
And that's experience too. A lot of inexperienced players, they just care about their position, and they're like, okay, now we should kick it in the box, even
Nice
if sometimes
ball.
there's nobody there to.
Here goes
receive
Spice
it.
down that far side. Chance to knock a good, decent cross in. Cleared by LeBlanc. And helped out of bounds by Nogel. Another sub coming in, this time for Pickeroons. Louisa Hughes. Out of the game is the goal scorer, Courtney Sturber. De Courcy with it now. Wins the throw in. Percy will take it. Kuban and De Courcy as the immediate targets, I would say. It's Kuban's feet. It's it back. Chance to whip in across. It's decent. A near post had chance there.
Ooh.
The sub almost made an immediate impact.
If the striker could have got just a little bit of a head on that one, you never know what was going to happen. I think the goalkeeper was caught between whether she should come out or whether she should stay on her line, and in the end she left that near post really exposed. Could have been a lot worse. I just saw Cuban holding her wrist there. I wonder if she picked up just a little bit of a knock. We'll see how that materializes as the game progresses.
Gates wins it for Pickeroons. Through ball, but once again it's too heavy. Going to need to give, Bugeaud and Olahead, the two leading scorers in the league this year, both very dangerous, but they're going to need some better service.
It was a good idea, and it was the correct decision to take that path, but as you said, far too heavy. But Gauvin has been really kind of controlling that midfield area for Kodiak and doing a pretty excellent job, I must say. She's pretty small in stature, it would seem, but she's very technically sound and makes a lot of smart decisions.
Ball through then, not quite the angle to allow Spice to get on the end of it. LeBlanc with a kick. Some good wood on it.
She's got a leg on her.
Percy wins the ball though, and now it's out of bounds. LeBlanc tried to pull a sly one there. Go with the backup ball. Didn't come off. Catch the Reds sleeping, but now Kuban. Chance to squeeze it through. Just can't quite get it through to Hughes up front.
And Hughes is wide open there. She probably could have found her just a step earlier, and she probably would have had a much more wide open lane.
Here comes Kodiak. Gauvin tries to play it through, but we have an offside.
That was a really good opportunity for the Reds. Hughes was just in the middle there, and if that pass could have found its way through, I mean, she has the expertise to finish that off. And as we stand, it's just hit the 40-minute mark, so any goal right now would severely change the complexion of the game, scoring just before the halftime mark. It'd be really deflating for Kodiak if Fredericton can get one in, as they're pressing a little bit more here. There was a good spell in the middle of the half where it was all Kodiak, and now Fredericton are kind of making their way back into the game.
Battle up front. DeCourcy battling for it again. She seems to have started to win that midfield battle.
Well, it is a very hot day here, and conditioning is without a doubt going to be a factor as the game goes on.
LeBlanc, although it's too heavy. When that sun comes out, like, it is warm.
Oh, it's really hot, and there's no cover or anything like that on this field here. It's just right under the warmth of the sun. Not too many clouds in the sky, so very hot here today. And obviously as the sun starts to set as well, I mean, it gets just as hot.
Spicer with it. Comes back, looks for options, plays it back to McNicholas. Be careful though, because Boujol is hanging around, looking for scraps.
And she can poach with the best of them too.
Percy now with it. Looking for options, plays it in, but that splits the two UNB midfielders.
It's interesting how neither Reds player really went for that ball, even though it was just dangling right in front of them. Probably could have won it, but they get it in the end.
Leahy knocks it out wide.
Come on, other people's got.
Kuban has a chance on the left foot, strikes it. Not too well though.
I can say with pretty much certainty that goal from the Reds might be the only shot inside of the box we've seen all day. And I don't think because of lack of options. I think that if a player was so inclined, they definitely could dribble it a bit further in. There's space there to be had. They're just both teams kind of settling for those long shots now.
LeBlanc, won by Kuban. Can't do much with it though, she's won it back. McNicholas knocks it forward, but that's won by LeBlanc. DeCourcy gets a foot in. Oh, that's well played there. Now a chance.
Look at that, 5 white shirts all around that ball.
Yeah.
Wow, nowhere to go.
Space out wide, but of course he tries the shot. It's a bit of a trickler. Kick by LeBlanc. It looks like it's going to drift out of bounds. Olehead will try to keep it in, but no, it's going out.
Blanc's had some really good kicks. She's also had quite a few slices of the ball, so kind of boom or bust with her kicks today.
Hughes. Trying to go over the top, but nothing doing there. Peterson back in the action, but now picked up by Kodiak. Olehead. McNicholas in once more. Gets the foot in. Hughes with it. And offside. Kuban was looking along the line. The line pushed up. She tried to make the adjustment, but couldn't quite do it in time.
We said Olehead's name a few times today. She's not really been able to get her footing and make a mark on the game this far. Getting caught in possession quite a bit. But I'm sure she'll come out in the second half.
She's up against a couple of tough defenders, and also not getting the best of service. So
she's a very physical player, as is Buyol too. So they really rely on those balls in and kind of out-muscling the defender.
And here's Boujol battling for it. Joe Bell knocks it forward. Good strong header there by Draper. Bounced up and judged to be handball. And Hughes taken early. Well, the idea is there, but it's just the execution that's that's lacking right now.
This whole half, and it's going to be an interesting team talk as we almost approach the 45-minute mark, because if you're the Kodiak coach, you can't really tell them to do something much different, because what they're doing is working, getting those balls in, but it's just the execution, like you just said.
It's all ahead towards Bugeaud. It's gone past Bugeaud to Draper. A chance to cut inside for McMillan. Good effort, but again, outside the box. Not that challenging for the keeper.
Well, was a 30 yards out?
We got 1 minute of time added on into this half.
Probably all about that ball switch.
Yeah, there's no injuries to speak of. DeCourcy, Spicer. It's inside. Now Gates. Over the top it goes, but that's way too straight. And that'll just about do it, I would think, for this half.
Yeah, you wonder if both teams will just kind of see the 45-minute mark pop up and kind of play on neutral.
And there we go. So half time. Picaroon Reds 1, Kodiak 0.
Yeah, the damage done really early on, and since then it's been a pretty wide open, fun game to watch.
Courtney Sturber, the goal scorer. So we'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll join you again after the intermission. Now, welcome back to the BMO Centre here at the University of New Brunswick for this Jubilee Cup final. As we get ready for the second half, Picaroon Reds up 1-0 with that second-minute goal by Courtney Sturber.
Yeah, kind of called the Kodiak team just asleep a little bit. I don't think they were quite into the rhythm of the game, and then all of a sudden, boom, they find themselves down 1-0, and that's the wake-up call that they needed, I think.
For the eagle-eyed viewer at home, we don't have a referee that's gone into a quick transgendered operation. We have a new referee out on the field. The first half referee suffered an injury and has been replaced by Sam Bliss.
He was going to be the fourth official for the men's game and probably will still have that task, but he's just stepping in to be the head referee here. And you can just see the difference in the pace as he runs down there to look. Oh, he took a little tumble.
He's down.
We were just talking about his footwear before we came on the air. And
how many officials do we have available for today's game?
I wonder how many people in the stands are qualified.
Gates. Back to Bobby Joe. Sammy Jo Bell now has the ball in her hands. So quite a few substitutions at half-time. We'll see if that changes the complexion of the game. Backline, Draper. Beats Kumon to it. Now Norgal.
Don't chase it too much, Lord.
Be interesting.
Turned over.
Dangerous place to lose
Have a
the ball.
chance. But LeBlanc over quickly.
Good start. No, I just saw it on the button, on the board.
Oh, clock hasn't started.
Hit the trigger. Joe, it's set. You just have to hit the start black button. I am for 8 for 11, 9, 17, 8.
Over to take the throw in, Jen Levesque for Kodiak. She's going to collect the ball from behind the bleachers. That's what happens when you're the visiting team. Ball comes in. Knocked into the box towards Goodwin. Headed clear. Only as far as the outside of the box though. Now LeBlanc has it again, but it's won by Picaroon Reds and slipped out wide to Kenny.
She just miscontrols it there, or she would have
Still
had a
got
lot
it though.
more grass.
Off she goes on the left foot, drives into the box. Chance to get the ball across, shoots instead. LeBlanc gathers at the second attempt.
And that's what I was kind of talking about in that first half. I feel like if we were still in the same pattern of play as we were the first half, they might have had a strike from outside the box, but she drove it in there. And that's what I was looking to see more from both teams. And the clock has started. We're just at a few minutes delay, so it currently reads 45 minutes, 45 seconds, but we're probably right around 47, 48. We'll just bear that in mind. Clock boy had a smoke break or something. I don't know.
That's out for a Kodiak throw. Morgan Gamble to take it. Down the line it goes. Into feet. Good throw. Looks like a bit of a foul there. And Bliss in on the action. Makes his first contribution to the game.
So we got the update that it was a sciatic nerve damage for the first referee that we saw in the first half. Hopefully she's okay.
Back to Draper. Draper knocks it in. It's half cleared, I would say, by Picaroon Reds. It's going to be a Kodiak throw. Kodiak apply a bit of early pressure.
It'll be interesting to see if either team changes their game plan at all coming out of the half to adjust to what we saw in the first.
Bugeaud. Ball on the right foot, chips one in. Oh, it's just a little too high, and it'll run out of bounds. I think for a Picaroon Reds throw.
Once again, just a bit too much of a heavy touch.
Kenny down the line, marked by Gamble. That goes long. Gamble wins it in the air. Won back by Hughes. Picaroon Reds living dangerously there.
Really dangerously, taking a touch there in their own box instead of just booting it away. But it looks like it paid off.
Amanda Kenny. Oh, given offside. So we got Nicholas has moved into the middle of the field now from her spot at centre back.
Well, we saw so much open field there in the first half, right in the middle. Both teams sending a lot of women forward when it was their turn to attack. So we'll see if they try to address that at the half, especially if you're Picaroon's Red. You want to kind of walk down that middle of the park, kind of protect that one goal lead and not allow any passing lanes to open up.
Ball driven into the heart of the Picaroon's defense. It's going to put a little bit of pressure on Percy there. Clears it into touch. Levesque with the throw. Plays it in quickly, but Nicholas anticipates that. Puts the ball out of bounds.
Seen a lot of that today from the defense of both teams. When in doubt, just boot it out of bounds and reset for the throw-in. That's what I was taught as a young boy.
Yes, if in doubt, kick it out.
It rhymes, so it must be true, right?
Yeah. Percy trying to shield the ball out of bounds. It's possibly a little fortunate there to win the free kick.
Bliss calling a tough game. We didn't hear the whistle blow too many times in the first half, mostly because of really good, solid, fundamental tackling. Not too many fouls to speak of, mostly just handballs, if I'm honest with you, from the ball bouncing up from the turf. We'll see if the complexion changes a little bit. We'll see if it gets a little bit more chippy, obviously, as the game goes on. Winner takes all, so when desperation time approaches, that's when stuff tends to get a little bit chippier.
Runs into trouble.
Cheaply lost, and the pass is on.
Hughes has a chance to drive it. Oh, it's off the underside of the bar and somehow stays out.
Wow, I mean, it was right down the middle, but struck really hard, and I think that the Kodiak goalkeeper just got some fingertips to that, would you say? Pushing it onto the board.
Sure.
It was hard to see from this angle. It looks like she was right there with it.
Here's McNicholas. Knocks it in. Hughes is there. Keeps it over the top. Kenny can't quite get there. I just nipped outside at halftime just as the Kodiak team was coming up the up the stairs, and I say the goalkeeper's not that big. She doesn't look that big or imposing, but sometimes it's hard to tell from up here.
Well, it looks like on that one, the Fredericton player was right at the back post, ready to get that ball, and she had a wide open net to score in if she got good contact on it. But maybe she just didn't expect the ball to go over the keeper's head. You would think that's a ball that a goalkeeper should routinely get, so it makes you wonder whether her height did play a factor in not
Well, it's a
corralling
weak
that
kick.
ball.
Nicholas gets a foot in. Cleared by Kodiak. Now a chance to get the ball forward. It's up in the air. It's anybody's ball. Gates is under it, but won by Bugeaud. A bit scrappy again here. Overhit it. Gates, Bugeaud pressuring. Clears it out of bounds.
It will be very interesting to see later on in this game if the scoreline does remain the same and Kodiak keeps sending women forward and applying pressure. As I said before, they do have a lot of goal-scoring power on their front line for their two strikers. So it'll be really interesting to see if they can nick one, kind of bring it back level.
Yeah, Bugeaud's won the corner. So we'll see if Kodiak can create a good chance from this. Last corner went straight out of bounds, so it'll hopefully be better than
Can't be much worse. Well, the last corner kick, the Reds had all but one player in the box. This time they've outdone themselves. They literally have
everybody.
All 11 women. Not even close to the top of the box either. They're all right in that 6-yard box.
Bit of pushing in the box early, so the referee stopped it. Now it's a decent cross in. Keeper's come for it, missed it. Opportunity knocks, and it's in.
Well, you know what, Steve? When you have that many people in the box, that ball should have been fairly easy for the goalkeeper to come out and get. But when you have to fight through 5 of your own teammates just to get the ball, I think there definitely is such a thing as too many people in the box, and I think that goes to show, and I think that's a pretty poor defensive strategy. I know you want to defend the lead there, but wow.
The goalkeeper was sort of running through 4 or 5 red shirts to try to get to it.
Exactly. Well, they shouldn't have a choice. Like, that should be her ball.
Here's McNicholas. And over it goes.
She made the right decision trying to come and get that because that ball just kind of floated up there.
Did you get the number? I think it was 7. It was just a crowd of players we couldn't really see, but just from the celebrations, I thought it might have been number 7, Jen Levesque, that ended up putting the ball in the net, but we'll have to wait some kind of official confirmation.
Let's go with that. Honestly, it was anyone's ball at that stage. I would be shocked if they implement that strategy again. I don't know if it's worked for them in prior games, but it just did not seem to be too smart. I mean, credit to the ball. It did go right where they wanted it to be. Bounced right around that 6-yard box. That's what you want to see.
Oh, Kenny's in behind the defense here. Driving into that byline. Cuts it back. Hits the Kodiak player in the chest. And that ball is out for a corner. Draper in the right place at the right time there for Kodiak.
I'll see what the Reds can do. They haven't had too many good quality shots on goal since their very first run of the game 2 minutes in. I mean, interesting to see what they can do here.
Kenny's going to take this herself. Drops it in the box. Oh, it's through 3 players. Gates couldn't. I don't think she saw it coming. And LeBlanc happy to gather that one in. Draper, the goal scorer?
Yes, sir. Number 12. Oh, sorry, that's Emily Nogel.
Oh, okay.
Probably the easiest goal she scored in her career. What was she, 2 yards out, maybe 1?
Oh, she had to pursue it. They all count. Oh, here's a chance. Bugeaud, chance for a shot, but blocked.
And Kodiak, can they ride this momentum, you know? I mean, they just got one right after.
Yep, just a yard early.
Kodiak are going to look to ride that momentum, though. They were pressing before halftime. Had to wait for the break. We nicked one right after. And they all count, like you said.
Driven forward. Bugeaud missed kicks. Gates is able to clear. Only as far as Levesque. Now Nogel on that far side. Crosses it in. But Sammy Joe Bell will collect those.
See how much easier it is to get the ball when there's not 11 women in front of you?
Kersey gets it back. Good tackle. Kodiak stringing some passes together now. Gauvin. Nogel. Oh, that's won there cleanly by Painter. Tries to put Kuban through, but it's a little heavy. It's outside the box though, so Genevieve Leblanc Dominique Leblanc not wanted to take too many chances, any chances there, and just knocks it out of bounds.
So Steve, it is a cup final after all, so if it's tied at the end of regulation.
Extra time,
Extra
I believe,
time.
and penalties eventually, if it comes to that. DeCourcy steps around her mark, overplays it. Get it back though, with chest control. Didn't know that Gauvin was in behind her though. Turned it over, now Bugeaud, but Gates is in there strong, but Kodiak wins it back, and Kodiak coming forward now.
Extra time though is a long
Strong
way
win
away.
by Gamble.
I would bet money on the fact there's still some more goals in this game though.
I would say so. Here's Kenny again. She's managed to find some space and she's been on. Gonna go to the byline. She is. Loose ball. Second one's a foul. First one was just shoulder to shoulder, but
Referee just giving her some words after the fact.
free kick's gotta be way back. There you go.
Well in, ladies, well in. Morgan, good recovery. Well in the next.
LeBlanc with a kick. Headed on by LeBlanc. Some good tackles going in now as this game heats up.
Literally too, as the sun starts to set, you can kind of see the shadows of the players on the field. Wonder if it'll get when the sun starts to set in an outdoor venue. It is tough when the sun gets right in your eyes, and it can lead to a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, especially for defenders. Of course, he's trying to get that one first. She does. It's Kuban, but Levesque is in there. Percy knocks it in. Doesn't quite get to Hughes. McNicholas now wins it back for Picaroons. Nice little move there. Has a chance, sits up for her, but getting back. Good hustle there by, I believe that was Gauvin.
Yeah, it was Gauvin. It was a good touch initially by the Reds player. But Gauvin did a great job just putting her body in the way, not infringing the midfielder too much there though, because the ball was in the box. It was got to be careful not to give away a foul, but she did good. Just put her body in front, block any kind of shot from happening.
DeCourcy. Delonis. Gates. The pressure by Bugeaud. Bugeaud was working super hard up there. Just wait for that one mistake. Oh, and it's almost over the top, but not quite. Good
Wheel
foot
is
in,
working very hard, but not much to show for it so far though.
Gautreau's winning all the balls in the air for Kodiak at the back. That's a chance. Oh, it just doesn't quite get there. Good goalkeeping, out quick there. LeBlanc. Just forward. Of course, he gets a foot in. Now McNicholas. Blade back, but only as far as Bugeaud. Now Gates has it. She'll go all the way back. Sammy Joe Bell. Gets it back. Lots of space now. Chance to set the forwards in motion. Heavy touch. A little bit of a knock just after she released that ball.
Yeah, we've seen maybe a tiny bit more of a tighter called game here in the second half. But at the same time, you just got to call what you see, and the game is getting just a little bit more physical, I would say.
Gates knocks it in on the chest there.
Oh, it's right there!
Kuban! Oh! And cleared away from danger by Maggie Draper.
One or two chances there when the ball initially fell, and when the striker chested the ball, I wonder if she intentionally put it in the path of her play or whether she was trying to get it down for herself. Either way, there was a goal scoring opportunity there. But it goes begging, and it's a corner kick for the Reds.
Opportunity knocking McNicholas's point where she wants it. That's not where she was asking, but De Courcy gets there early, gets a shot away, but Gauvin's all over her, putting pressure on. Forces that shot high and wide now. Sturber looking to get back in the game for Picaroon Reds.
Gauvin's been excellent today. Absolutely excellent in the middle of the park.
Winning the challenges and keep going here. We'll find the end.
Pujol now over on this right-hand side. There's a tactical switch, or it's just a momentary change of position. Gates. McNicholas. Down the line. Chance to whip one in and wins the corner.
And not what they were looking for with their last corner. Let's see if they can do better this time around.
So Hughes is coming out. So he rang that one off the crossbar.
What a strike that was.
Yeah.
What a great strike.
And Sturber coming back in, the goal scorer. McNicholas has taken this corner. Floating a decent ball. Oh, and there's an opportunity. Two opportunities. Sturber completely miskicked the first one.
She's rusty. She's cold. She's been on the bench too long.
And pain to miss the second one.
Ooh. That went through everyone. There's no way Sturber could have anticipated that ball falling through everybody. But the chance was there. But they said she just came off the pine. So I wonder if she's just a little bit cold.
I think so.
But it was on
Good
a platter for her.
Through ball. Sammy Jo Bell get there first.
Gonna have to come out of her box though.
Won by LeBlanc. Picked up by 12 for Picaroons. Drives into the box. Left-footed cross. Here's an opportunity. Oh, in the back of the old onion bag by Amanda Kenny. Amanda Kenny.
That was a great run. That was a great run. It was all set up by the run. The finish, it was a great finish, don't get me wrong. High, near post with a good amount of power. She took it really well, but it was all the initial run there. Driving into that box, that's not the first time we've seen it this half. I really think that must have been a point of emphasis at the halftime to really get that ball into the box, dribbling it in. And an absolutely excellent play and a deserved goal after Fredericton's put a little bit of pressure on here, though Kodiak surely probably feel a little bit hard done to. They're in this game, though, so let's see if they can press and get another.
There goes Gauvin. Immediately back, knocks a good cross in. It's through. Gathered up finally by Picaroons. Kenny steps inside.
But no matter what, we're in for a very, very exciting final 25 minutes here.
Ball over to Courcy. Flicked on by Goodwin. But Gates was there. Percy. All trying to get it through to Sturber. It's a shot! Oh, it's just whistled by.
Wow, well, that on that shot there, just to the wrong side of the far post there for the Fredericton Reds. Goalkeeper for Kodiak, Dominique LeBlanc. She was kind of caught between whether to come out or whether to go stay on the line. In the end, she kind of did neither, kind of caught in no man's land. And, you know, usually when you see that, you try and get a cheeky chip from the striker trying to put it over the goalkeeper, but elected to keep it on the ground and almost paid off for her, almost posting in, but just fell to the wrong side. So the Reds are really going to try and ride this wave here, try and get another one, try and put this game beyond doubt, and put the dagger in the back of the net.
Flicked in. Opportunity. Shot. Good save. Still scrambling around in there. Opportunity. Another save by LeBlanc. Still there, though. Oh, and great shot by Painter and deflected away.
Well, you know what? Can't be understated enough how crucial that save was. That was a tough save to make when the ball's that close to you and hit so hard. Your reaction times have to be lightning quick, and LeBlanc had a really good save in there because I saw a kick that was going right in the top corner.
McNicholas with the corner. See if they get something behind it. It's a nice little chip into the box. Oh, good goalkeeping. So putting some pressure on now, Pickeroon Reds. Let's see if they get the third goal. I think that'll seal it. But while it's still 2-1, it's anybody's game.
And I think that's exactly what they see too. Like as I was just saying, they're really trying to get the dagger here and catch Kodiak while they're still kind of on their back foot a little bit.
Of course, he wins it in the air. Sturber now battling for it. So Gautreau wins the free kick. Intensity picking up now.
Well, as you could predict, yeah.
Halfway through the second half. Driven forward, Gauvin flicks it up towards LeBlanc. Challenge, neither player able to win it. Still battling for it.
And they kind of both lost the ball there. Not quite sure where it went.
Well done there by Bugeaud. Now Gauvin. Played across to Nogel, but it's picked off. Through to McNicholas. She's got the pace.
A lot of pace.
Goes by Draper. Nice cross in. Kenny at the nip. Oh, she's put it right back across the goal, but can't find the net. Great run by McNicholas. Great ball in.
She was picked out exquisitely at that back post. You couldn't have really had it much better. And you got to wonder if she would have been better sure letting that ball go across her body and striking it with her left foot there. Oh, wow, what a chance gone begging. She will be absolutely kicking herself, especially if Kodiak can find a way back in this game now. That might have been the best chance of the game. If it's 3 goals, that's the best chance that I've seen.
It's all about body work, and you got to have your feet in the right position, right, as that ball comes across.
Absolutely, but maybe she wasn't even expecting the ball to be that good. There was, the pace on that far side. Wow. Wasn't even close. We've seen a lot of physical shoulder-to-shoulder running.
Sturber tries to put Kenny through. Gamble knocks it back. It's not the most convincing of back passes or clearances.
It's getting scrappy here. Kodiak have to take a breath, compose themselves, and realize that they're still really in this game.
Percy on the far side with the throw-in. Plays into Kubon. Kubon gets by a player, knocks in a decent... Oh, doesn't knock in a decent cross. It's gone behind.
I saw good pressure from the Kodiak defender there. No letting her get one in the box.
Dominic Leblanc with another goal kick. Out and up. Takosi wins it. Plays it out to Kubon. Back to Percy. Tries to get it back to Kubon, but it's blocked off. Now puts Gates under a bit of pressure. Gates fires it off the Kodiak player. Fortunately for the Reds, it comes back to Percy. Tries to get it through, but it's cut out once more in the heart of that Kodiak defence.
Well, this last 10-minute stretch for the Reds has been probably the most dominant 10 minutes we've seen either team exhibit this game.
But now Bugeaud with the ball. One-on-one with Gates. If she gets past Gates, there's going to be trouble. But Gates sticks to the task and wins the free kick. generally winning that battle so far today. And she'll take the resulting free kick. Drives it forward. It's over the head. Chance for Sturber.
Oh, she
One
found
on
a way
one.
through. She twists and she
Oh.
turns.
Free kick right on the edge. There's a definite shirt pull there and a yellow card. Thought that might be coming.
Yeah, right call there. But if you're the Kodiak player, there's certain free kicks that you just gotta.
That's a tough one for the referee though, because she's in a shooting position,
Mhm.
and he's, is he playing the advantage or is he not playing the advantage?
That's the thing. I think he.
As soon as he saw it going high and wide, he
Yeah.
thought,
You can't have it both. You can't have the shot and the foul, right? But if the foul call was correct, there's no doubt about that. But just how she twists and turns and uses her body to shield the ball from the defender, that was excellent body work.
So we've got 4 women in the wall, and 3, 6, 7 red shirts in the
Really
box.
far wide too.
You need a left footer if you're going to take a shot from there, I would think. Chipped into the danger area. Ooh, is that away? No, it was a red. If that's a red getting ahead on that, it should be hitting the target
Definitely.
from that
And
range.
if that ball just went past one more set of players, there was another red player poaching, waiting for it. But yeah, there was good, solid contact, and not much of an aerial battle going on. The Reds player kind of had a free go at that ball and should have done better, like you said.
Kenny wins the header. Keeps it in bounds. Still has it. Sturber. Chance for a shot. They've learned from the
Yeah.
from the first half. Better close her down.
Yeah, Sturber, I think, she could have just got a shot away a half a second earlier when she had just a little bit more space to get the shot off. She would have had a better result, but the only lane she could have shot was right down the middle. So an easy save for the Reds goalkeeper. Sorry, the Kodiak goalkeeper, LeBlanc.
Pickering Reds with the ball now. Painter. Oof. It's made it. Putting themselves into some unnecessary pressure there with that ball.
Interesting decision.
Now DeCourcy finds Kenny on this left-hand side, one-on-one. Going to go to the byline again. She's done that every time. The defenders doesn't seem able to stop it. A good shot.
It's working. It's absolutely working. 19, Amanda Kenny.
Couple of substitutions for Kodiak coming into the game. Olahead is coming back in, and 17, Madeleine LeBlanc coming back into the game.
And we know Olahead has goals in her, so watch out for her.
That's what they need right now.
And I did mention very briefly at the start of the game about the sun and conditioning and stuff. And in the first half, we saw a lot of chasing down the ball and a lot of even battles. But it seems like those even battles that were shoulder to shoulder, now Fredericton's starting to win a few more of those. So you wonder if that's much of a factor, the speed kind of taking over a little bit as this game goes on.
I think McNicholas in the midfield, along with DeCourcy now, has made a big difference.
Absolutely. They're just controlling the game so much more. Neither team had any resemblance
Here's
of control.
Sturber. Chance to shoot. Just wide.
That's what they are.
Well, if I'm Kodiak, I'm counting my lucky stars that it's 2-1. We've seen a lot of clear-cut, good goal-scoring opportunities for Fredericton, is in addition to the vast amount of possession they've had in this half. So they're lucky that it's just 2-1. The goal they scored was, even though they all count, like we said, it is pretty fortunate. It just kind of bounced nicely for them.
Ball down the wing. Here's Percy. Got some room. It's good defending, though. Once more by Draper. She's giving away the corner, but facing one-on-one.
She would have been
Player
well
coming
served
towards you.
to cut that ball back to the top of the box where she had players waiting, but I didn't really hear them call for it too much, so you can't blame her too much for not seeing them there.
So the last two corners have really caused some problems.
Mhm.
Let's see what McNicholas can deliver this time, and if a red shirt can get on the end of it.
Well, they're not playing defensive. They have a lot of bodies in the box.
In. Oh, keeper's got that again.
She almost looked impeded just slightly, but
Drives it
the
forward.
referee doesn't think so.
Bugeaud. Percy gets a foot in. Now DeCourcy comes back and helps out. Tidies things up nicely. Sammy Joe Bell
Getting wide to the corner flag.
drives it forward.
Come on, dog.
Reds players slow to react to that, I thought.
Yeah, but I think even if they were fast, that was always going to the other goal. The other goalie, which we don't see too much from the women's game, end-to-end balls. Usually the balls are played a little bit slower.
He wins it, plays back into the midfield. McNicholas now. She's going to give chase to that tackle. It looks like the goalkeeper.
Oh, dangerous!
Oh, just got there in time. McNicholas seems to have hurt herself there.
Steve, I don't know if you agree with me, but it just seems that Kodiak are just kind of a step slower.
Yeah, they seem to have tired.
Both physically and mentally, just making some mental errors and lapses in judgment that they weren't making before. And as unfortunate as this Reds injury is, you never want to see a player go down. I'm sure Kodiak will be very happy to go catch some water, have a little bit of a team talk, because they all kind of conglomerate around that sideline.
McNicholas is up.
You guys shut up.
Yeah. She did bounce right back up. I'm sure that she saw that the Reds players could use a break too. But you never. Sometimes you have you get tackled and you get a little bit of a tweak, and you think that you broke your leg. Then 5 minutes later, boom.
You realize you didn't.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Yeah, she's staying out there, so.
Wow, tough cookie. But we've probably all experienced it playing soccer before, where one player goes for the ball, the other player goes for the ball too, and you both kind of hit it as hard at the same time, and it can really hurt. But it's more just a little bit of a shock to the system, as opposed to a sustained injury.
The whole game was based on that.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we see it in the men's game as well. I mean, men's game played at a bit of a faster pace. You always see players going down, then all of a sudden, boom, right back up.
Ball played in. Sturber. Back to Painter. Go by a guy. That's a tackle though. 2-on-3 now. Oh, now it's chance for a break. Over the top it goes. This could be trouble.
It's a great ball. It bounces.
Gates is back though, and coming back to help out. Second Pickeroons Reds defender with Bugeaud. And of course he puts the ball into touch.
You wonder if this is the moment where Kodiak go, all systems go here. They got nothing to lose, down by a goal. You can't take that home with you,
Nope.
so.
Gates plays that. It's bounced right back in the area though. Paint clears now. Safety first here. Oh, that ball's bounced right over in the parking lot. Won't see that again.
We have 78 minutes on the clock. We did have a minute or two delay getting that started, so we probably, with some added time as well, we're looking right around 10 minutes.
10 or 11 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
Plus a little stoppage time.
So the intensity is surely going to pick up here.
So we have a new ball in play. Let's hope it's a quality one. That was like a foul throw. No call. Ooh, cross. Can't keep the cross in. So now we see the Kodiak player sprinting behind the goal for the ball.
You foreshadowed it earlier on. No ball boy. The keeper can take as long as she needs. And with the Reds team up 2-1, she's not going to be in any hurry whatsoever to go get that.
Sammy Joe Bell with a goal kick. Drives that ball forward. Flicked on. Chance for Kenny to get there, but she won't win that battle against Draper.
She'll put pressure on, though.
Yeah. Bottle things up down here. Takes a little bit more time off the clock.
Kenny's used the space that she's been granted on this side of the field really well in this half.
Oh, through the legs towards Sturber. Sturber battling there with Gamble. Can't keep it in.
I think Kenny on this side here, as well as the two central midfielders for the Reds, have been the key in their dominant second half here. To be quite frank, it could be 3 or 4 goals for the Reds.
LeBlanc tries to pick out a pass there, but Kuban's onto it. But recovering is Levesque. Now it's won by Nicholas. Over the top it goes. Don't know if Kuban will be able to keep that one in now. And Spicer coming back into the game for the Pickeroons Reds.
Oh, there's a corner kick has been called.
Interesting.
Didn't quite see that one, but although the Kodiak keeper running for that ball as it goes past the clubhouse, and complete opposite reaction to what we just saw on the other end.
Hopefully the gate's closed because it's a long hill.
Goal kicks are very, very tough, but I mean, in the second half, we've seen more of LeBlanc's kicks find red shirts than we have whites, wouldn't you say? Just from watching the game.
McNicholas floats it in again. This time a little bit further away from the goalkeeper. There'll be another call. Oh.
Wow, certainly looks like a corner. I was with you there, Steve. Looks like a corner from our angle.
Kenny coming off. Spicer going in.
I'm sure she's just casually walking here for the substitution.
No, you're right, Morgan, but it's okay. I don't know why we're subbing on our goal kick, but let's do it.
Oh, well in there by DeCourcy. Sturber wins the corner. Pickeroons Reds was just happy to keep the ball down this end.
Well, Kodiak need to break, but they can't even get the first touch on these goal kicks. They can't even get possession to begin with, let alone maintain it after they've got it. So
We've got about 7 minutes plus maybe 2 or 3 added on. I would say probably 3 minutes added on. We'll wait for the official board to come up. Spice is going to take this corner for the Reds, leading 2-1. In the box it goes, far post. LeBlanc just got clipped there, I think, a little bit as she tried to clear it. Maybe it was Boucher.
So it's not that fun to watch, but there's a stage in every game where the winning team does start to get into kind of a time-wasting mentality, taking the balls down towards the corner flags and kind of just putting that back to the field. I wonder if we'll see that anytime soon from the Reds.
I certainly start to play a little bit more conservatively, and you don't want to give anything up right in front of you in a dangerous area. So rather than trying to bring it down, maybe you're just belting it forward, kind of thing.
Well, speaking of the devil, look at this. They've done this exact strategy that I was just talking about there, just dribbling down to that far post. I mean, you never want to start doing that too soon because it's only going to work for so long. But
well, you find that the referees and assistant referees are a bit liberal on some of the calls down in that corner too, if they see your time wasting, and
exactly
will maybe allow the other team to get away with a little bit more than they normally would.
Well,
it's way too early to do that, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I think you've got to be into kind of added time, but hey, if it works for them, then they won't mind. They won't mind at all. Get your bigger bodied players down there kind of shielding the ball.
There's 2-on-6 down there now, so
it would lead me to believe that possibly we got a bit more of a discrepancy than we thought, because we have 84 minutes on this game clock, and as you said,
I think it's only out. I started my watch once I realized that the game clock wasn't working, and we'd probably played a minute or so. So I think we've got about 5 left.
Well, I'm in complete agreement with you. If there's only 5 minutes left of regulation time, it's a strategy that may come back to bite the Reds.
Kodiak keeping 2 players up high. So if they do win it, 2-on-3 up here, maybe 2-on-2, depending how fast they can get the ball forward. Now's the chance. The ball's way up in the air. McNicholas will win that all day. Back out of bounds it goes. Levesque has the ball in her hands. Take the throw in for Kodiak. Oh, that's ball's now forward. Now they have a chance to attack. Bougeot with it, but good tackle there by the V-Reds defender. Down the line it goes to McMillan. McMillan plays it back. Opportunity for a shot. Not very effective though. Easily collected by Sammy Joe Bell.
This is a game that if the Reds can hold on, and knock on wood, it looks like they may just do that. It's a game that I think they thoroughly deserve to win, especially after
Absolutely.
the showing in the second half.
Good ball down the line by McNicholas. Kubon. Is he going to whip a cross in?
I think
I think
she's
she's got the corner, or get just kicked in the foot there a little bit maybe. Has won the corner.
I don't think Sam's gonna waste any. The head referee Sam Bliss, who just started this second half as the referee. I don't think he's gonna let the Reds take too much time to kind of treat this ailment. I think he's
Well,
gonna
she's
say,
off the field to play.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. I think he's just gonna get on with the game. If she wants to stay off, then she can.
Oh, it's cramp.
Well, injury time has not been. We have not been notified of injury time yet, so I'm sure the watch is stopped. So I'm sure that's exactly what Bliss is telling the players, because I'm sure the Kodiak players are not pleased with sitting around and standing, watching the clock tick by.
McNicholas with the corner. Needs to keep it a little bit further away from the goalkeeper. Oh, it's right on top of the keeper again. And the Reds have either got to put somebody in front of the goalkeeper so she can't collect those so easily, or maybe not kick it quite so close to her.
Well, usually when we see the strategy implemented of running to the corners and holding the ball up, which we are seeing the Reds do.
Oh, here's a chance. Shot.
Oh!
Tanya McMillan.
What a goal! What a time to score! Just when the Reds were expecting to take home the victory and take home the Jubilee Cup, we have a goal by Kodiak, and it's 2-2 now. Wow, they sure timed it pretty dramatically. That corner kick was very, very close to the keeper, and then they could just broke way too easily.
First time that the Reds defense has been caught square like that all game, allowing a play to get back in. So Kubon's now out, and Kenny's back in, going on the right-hand side.
Well, when you start kind of time wasting like the Reds were kind of doing, the legal form of time wasting that they were doing, your mind can kind of shut off a little bit, you know? And I think that's exactly what happened there. Now we see a much more heightened sense of urgency.
Down the line, Spicer heads it on.
Turn the corner on her, Court. Turn the corner.
Sturber, just to get around Gamble. Now it's back with Spicer. Just rolled that ball out of bounds. Kodiak playing it in. All ahead, has it. Ball's gone out of bounds, and we have the board is up. We have 4 minutes of time added on to this game.
I know all the chances that the Reds have let slip through their fingertips. The missed opportunities in front of goal, that corner kick that they let just bounce to the Kodiak player for a sloppy conceded goal. That's it all coming back to bite them right now.
Down the line it goes, headed out of bounds by Alexis Leblanc.
Guys, that time's fast. There's 4 minutes left. Let's go.
Sturber gets around, ball's in. Cut out there by Kodiak defender.
But just really quickly about that goal with the corner kick so close to the goalkeeper. Usually when you have that time wasting, when you bring the ball into the corner, that means when you have a corner kick, you're going to bring a player short. But they elected not to do that, and that's surprising. And that led to the goal.
Spicer knocks it in.
Oh, it's falling for the far post!
Drop in.
LeBlanc takes it. He's been solid second half. No chance on either of the goals. Percy. Down the line, Kenny.
Keep your feet moving.
McNicholas is on a run. Can't slide it through. It's about 3 minutes to play. In towards McNicholas. Bugeaud. Percy knocks it back towards her own centre of the own defence, which is trouble now. Gauvin.
Come on, Kate.
tries
Neither
to play
team are
through.
playing defensively here. Both teams are going for the final goal.
Here comes Gates. Good tackle though by Gauvin. Nervous times for both teams here.
Lauren, drop for Haley. Lauren,
All ahead, shoulder to shoulder, with good coverage. LeBlanc wins it back though. Foot in by Percy. Now McNicholas just managed to get a piece of that.
Scoreboard updated.
Gauvin.
2-2.
Bugeaud plays it back out. Driven in.
Maggie, turn your
Painter.
Go, Maggie, get forward, Maggie. We need you forward.
Here we go, chance for Pickeroons Reds. Painter plays it towards Sturber. Can't quite get there. DeCourcy's in and wins it.
Oh, here we go, and we have an option here.
Dax. Sturber. LeBlanc's out quickly, gets there, does the job, and now...
Oh, and at the other end.
Good defense. Good defending by Gates.
Sturber was in there. She had a more diagonal run. She just kind of let the keeper come and claim that ball.
Get back in.
Good through ball by DeCourcy. Looks like we're going to have overtime.
And then we must have played a good chunk of this injury time already. This might be it.
Oh, Sturber's won it. Spice has come in the box. Ah, can't evade the keeper. Dominique Leblanc. And that is the end of normal time.
Well, it's been a thrilling second half, and Kodiak just hanging around there.
Yeah, they looked like they were down and out there for a while. And,
Absolutely.
The Pickeroons Reds were dominating the play, but after they scored to make it 2-2, they came to life a little bit.
Well, I'm incredibly confused about their strategy to end the game, because what they elected to do is very early on, as we mentioned, they elected to kind of waste a lot of time, dribble the ball into the corner, and not try and create more goal-scoring opportunities for themselves. They just wanted to run the clock. And then they had a corner kick, and instead of continuing with that strategy, they decided to not have any short option and just send the ball into the box. And then all it took from there was a Kodiak catch, kick it up the field, bada bing, bada boom, it's a goal.
Yeah.
So they're very inconsistent. So we said we kind of doubted their choice to start doing that strategy so early. But at least if you're going to, keep it consistent. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure that everybody was on the same page with the strategy. I don't know if it was I don't think the coach called it. I think some players just decided, well, you know, this be rather a good idea. I'll go waste some time. And other players on the team were still thinking, you know, let's get the third goal and finish it.
So whose fault is that? Is it the coach's fault, would you say? I mean, you got to make sure all your players are on the same page there. Coming down the last 10 minutes, you're all tired, not maybe thinking too clearly. Got to be on the same page.
I'm not willing to assign blame.
Fair enough. Both teams do have played very, very hard, and I mean, Kodiak did finish the ball very well. It wasn't an easy goal to score, 1-on-1 with the keeper, but a really, really nice finish. So you got to give them credit for sticking around. And
it's set up now, right? So I mean, we've got extra time, and whoever wins extra time is going to deserve to win this game. I don't know if they play 15s. Players hydrating. Take a little rest.
stretching out, making sure they don't cramp up. So this will obviously mean a delay of the men's game. I think the initial kickoff was 7:15.
That's right.
Although it is a different set of referees for both games, so you got to wonder if maybe they'll just, we do play the full 30 minutes of added time, whether that'll push back 15 minutes or the full 30.
Yeah, they won't have as long between the games. I think they'll get the second one started fairly quickly, but they have to allow enough time for the teams to get warmed up.
Well, we
They
see
can warm up in the end zone, but they need a little bit of time on the field.
absolutely.
So it looks like we got two 15s. This is where the the option to only, I guess the rule you can only have 5 subs in the game is going to really impact what happens, because you can't sub those tired players. You can't necessarily sub those tired players out. I'm not sure how many subs have been made.
Well, you're allowed to make as many as
As many
you
as you want.
choose at halftime, right?
Yeah.
So we saw the Reds elect to do 3. I don't think we saw any from Kodiak. But I don't think there's been a dramatic amount of subs used. I think a lot of teams, both of the teams still have a lot of their subs in the bag, probably 2 or 3 per team. But yeah, we're not going to be willing to play too long into the Saturday night. I don't imagine there'll be too much time in between the end of this game and the start of the men's game for those at home.
I hope they paid.
who are wondering.
Remember to get somebody to turn the lights on.
Well, whether we started late or not, we would have had to have the lights anyways, I think. So, fingers crossed we have the lights coming on.
So the Kodiak team just making their way onto the field. There's a couple of water bottles out there will have to be moved.
Pretty longish break here. It's been about 5 minutes.
I don't think there's been any substitutions. I think at this stage both coaches probably have who they believe to be their best 11 out there, and they're gonna run with it.
Although fresh legs probably count more now than they have all game, with 90 minutes under a lot of people's feet. So you never know when the drop off is between quality and fatigue. Sometimes it's worthwhile to have maybe a less skilled player, but a player who has been sitting for a while and has a lot of pace left in her legs.
And we're off. It's Gauvin. It's LeBlanc. Throw in for the Picaroons on the far side.
Do it at half then now? This half to make it fair?
Push there that the referee spotted. Kodiak taking their time with this one. In towards LeBlanc. Down the line it goes. That's going to run out of bounds though. You can save your energy on that one.
Yeah. No need to burn yourself out trying to chase that. That was never going to stay in play. We'll see if the pace of this game here changes just a
It
little
already
bit.
seems to have slowed down, but maybe it'll pick up.
Well, that always seems to happen after a goal scored. Usually the game's been kind of petering out, and then all of a sudden a goal goes in, and boom. And there has been a lot of goals, 4 total.
There's a mistake. But she's recovered in time.
Squeeze it in. Squeeze it in.
The 2 number 17s going at it there down in the corner. Madeline LeBlanc has won the throw-in, but it's deep. So the Picaroons Reds have a chance to possibly win this back and create something. Down the line it goes. It's going to be hard for Olahead to get it out, but she's done well. It's still in bounds. And back to Sammy Jo Bell. Now Kodiak put some players forward, so Bell's forced to kick long. McNicholas knocks it back. Across to Gates. Can't make any mistakes in there, and people are tired, so gotta be careful. Thunder's one through towards Kenny.
Right idea.
Over the top for Spicer, but it didn't quite run for her. And then Levesque down the line, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, all the teams got this.
Pickeroon's throw in. Down the line towards McNicholas. Turns. Ball's deflected though. Now Kodiak have a chance to get forward. Create something. But DeCourcy steps in, puts it into the car park.
Hopefully nobody parked too close to the halfway line.
New ball in.
Refs just held the play to move back a little bit, so we've only had 3 or 4 minutes gone in this first half of extra time. No goal scoring chances to speak of.
Bugeaud. Another throw for Kodiak. Thrown in towards Bugeaud. She can't control. McNicholas clears. Sturber's going to try to win that one and does. Plays it out wide to Percy. Percy to Kenny down the line if she can get there, but the fullback's in. Little nudge there by Percy.
Just legal enough, I guess.
Yeah. Gets the throw in. Percy with the ball in her hands. Gates touch is picked off by McMillan. McMillan fires it through the middle. This could be trouble. Little bit of miscommunication there.
That was a very, very good ball there by McMillan, who after she won the ball gave a little bit of a shove to Percy, but no harm, no foul. It was really an inquisitive ball.
Well, they're now matched up at the far post. We'll see if Kodiak can get the ball in towards Bugeaud. Turns, wins the court. Oh, no, it's gone straight out of bounds.
Just a missed kick there. So we came into the day with Bugeaud and Allahead being, as we said, the 2 leading scorers in the league this year, but neither of those players really leaving too much of a mark on this game.
No, been well marshalled.
Yeah, absolutely. Take away the goal scoring strength, and so for Kodiak to still have 2 goals in this game is a testament to their all-around ability from other players being able to contribute.
Challenge there. LeBlanc's missed it. Kenny has the ball. Plays it into Sturber right away. Sturber with the Draper on her. Looks like she may be taking her on. Steps inside on the left foot. A little bit of a foul there. Just a bit too much contact by Draper, and this is a spot that V-Reds should be able to make something of.
They had a similar position to this in the first half, in which they put the ball into the box and only just missed the head of a Reds player. So
played it in early.
Oh, they
to
take it
Painter.
quickly.
She struck it hard, but wide.
Good decision to take that free kick early, but I think a poor shot.
That ball's gone just about as far as it can legally travel and require a player to go fetch it.
We see a bit more hustle now than we did at the end of the 90.
I know a lot of goalkeepers, possibly the majority of goalkeepers, that would have called for a second ball there.
Yeah, or for the defender to go get it for them.
Just verify how many substitution slips you have left so that both coaches know.
Won by Kenny.
Should be 4-3.
Ball in the hands of LeBlanc. Punts it forward. Spicer wins it to DeCourcy. Across to Gates. That's dangerous though. Here's McMillan. It's a shot on net, but it's easy pickings there for
You can kind of tell by McMillan's body language. I don't think she even really... She didn't strike the ball really well at all. Just kind of hit it towards the goalkeeper, and an easy catch for her. She did well initially to jump on the mistake by the Reds defense, and did well to use her chest to get the ball to the ground, but meager shot.
Spicer tries to get around Gamble, but can't do it, but wins the throw-in. Looking for options. Sturber provides one down the line. Gamble gets a foot in. Ball's still there. Sturber recovers quickest. McNicholas has it. Steps inside, uses her athleticism. Plays it across towards Kenny, but it's out of bounds.
Hey, that's good. Keep the ball moving.
I'm not sure if that was a shot or a cross.
In the end, I don't think she
Yeah,
even
neither.
knows. Sometimes you just kind of hit it in the general direction and hope for the best, and that might have been one of those times.
Both teams now very short of subs. I think they maybe have maybe 1 or 2 left. Nicholas wins it. Gives it back. It's always a tough call to use that last sub too, because then you're sort of worried. Well, if somebody goes down and gets injured,
Exactly.
I'm really in the cart, you know.
Because it's a pretty tough battle here, 11 and 11. If someone goes down and you're out of subs, 11 on 10 is not fun. And you also wonder when you have a sub
Oh,
left.
here we
What
go.
a beautiful ball.
Sturber tries to get it to Spicer, but it's cut out.
When you have an extra sub, maybe you never know. One of these players who are just sitting on the pine right now might be they're like penalty kick specialists or
Yeah.
something like that. So maybe you're kind of keeping one on the bench. So if it gets to the 29th minute of extra time and it's still tied up, then you bring him on.
McMillan's starting to look a little bit tired there for Kodiak.
She has been running really hard all game up front there. So I can understand why she'd be tired. I would be too.
Levesque to Nogel. Nogel goes around the outside.
Great
Percy
touch.
gets a piece of her. No foul given.
Got to play to the whistle. She kind of just gave up on that. I think she definitely could have got back to that original touch if she kept running, but she just kind of took a few seconds to look back to the referee. And by the time she decided to get running again, it was out of her grasp.
Goal kick comes in. It's driven long. Allowed to bounce again by the Kodiak defense. Spicer. Knocked over the top towards Painter. Getting there first, those Draper. Sturber's won it back to Spicer. Spicer goes by her man. Keeps possession. Driven in. Levesque clears. Gauvin. Spicer hustling back now. DeCourcy with it. The Picaroons. Over the top it goes towards Kenny. Lovely ball. Kenny one-on-one. Has a defender isolated. Cuts inside, but Levesque just does enough. Gets a piece of it. And now there's a chance to go the other way. And here's McMillan. Gates picks up that. Nicholas with lots of space. Bit of an ambitious ball, but it may stay in for Spicer.
It looks like it just might. There you
Yeah.
go. It's interesting because, in my opinion anyways, even though they found themselves down 1-0, Kodiak kind of dominated the first half, and then the Reds retaliate and kind of dominate the second half. But in this extra time here, it's very, very even Stevens. No one's really dominating possession. No one's had really any good opportunities on net. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here.
McNicholas plays it into the box, but it's easy pickings. Kodiak defender, hammered clear. Gates is there to it first. Now LeBlanc. McNicholas wins it back. Cuts inside, has a look. Oh, nice little ball through there to DeCourcy. DeCourcy, oh, it's too heavy. Nice effort though. Dominique LeBlanc punts it forward. Well won in the air. Spicer just can't quite get there. And fouls her opposite number.
Sorry, hard challenge. Shoulder barging's okay to some extent, but that was more of a
Shoulder
more
to
of
the
a
back.
check. Yeah, checks right in the back.
We had 3 minutes left of this first period. Did you get a card out there? I think he did.
Well, you know that there was not really any intention to win the ball there. I mean, a yellow card might be a little harsh in this situation, but you can't really say it's unjustified. Maybe a bit surprising, but
Sturber picks it up. Painter.
Painter's gone down.
Percy. Can't quite curl that one back into the path.
To the Reds player down in the middle of the park there.
cramped.
It looked like it was just her foot got stepped on.
Doesn't look like they're going to stop. It's cramp. I watched a documentary one time on a team in England that went from sort of the lower divisions all the way to the first division, which is called the Premier League now, Watford, and the manager was Graham Taylor. And they showed him on the sidelines, and late in the game, one of his players went down with cramp, and he goes, "What's up?" The guy goes, "I got cramp." He's like, "Cramp? You don't get cramp on this team. Get up."
If only it was that that easy. You definitely got to be staying hydrated out there. It's a hot day. I get why they're cramping up, but that's a funny story. That's funny.
Well, it looks like the referee's limping a little bit now.
But the clock's going to
By-
continue to run.
By the time the guys' game's over, we'll be out of balls, out of officials, out of light.
We'll be out of voices. We'll be out of everything.
Hey, ladies, it's a red throw over here, okay? Playing back to us.
Here's the ball here.
Thank you.
Here we go. Come on.
So we assume they're just going to pass it back to Kodiak. There's a little bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah, we go.
We're off and running.
Here's the block.
Levesque
Come help us in there.
played in. Millen.
Gotta go. Face forward.
Kenny wins it. Puts Percy in a bit of trouble there, but she does enough to win the throw-in.
Go for it. Claudia Michelle. Amanda. Combination somewhere here.
Down the line it goes, straight to a Kodiak player, McMillan. Just drives it down the middle. Easy to defend, Gauvin. Still full of energy. McNicholas gets a foot in, now Spicer has it. Plays it forward towards Sturber, but picked off by Gamble. Gamble back to LeBlanc. And that is half-time in time added on. So if you're just joining us, it's 2-2 after 90 minutes. And still 2-2. Now we've got 15 minutes to play, followed by penalties if it stays the same.
And it looks like it just might. We didn't see a single goal scoring opportunity at all in those 15 minutes.
Some of the final products has certainly dropped off as the players have become more tired.
Definitely.
It's,
Oh, definitely. And they're only going to continue to fatigue as this game goes on. And it will get to a stage, you would think, with about 5 or 10 minutes left to go, where both teams might be just playing to not lose as opposed to win, and kind of just hoping for penalties and taking that gamble.
As there's always the opportunity for a defensive mistake too, due to fatigue as well, which could open up a
Exactly.
goal-scoring opportunity. So
And you could almost amount Kodiak's final goal to that as well.
this is pretty much last shot for substitutions as well, because you can make as many as you want in between the halves.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to waste any time here. I mean,
No.
the day is getting on.
There's things to do,
Yeah.
places to be.
But where else would you rather be than right here, right now,
That's right.
right?
We get a little crowd over there on the far side.
It's a nail biter.
– 15 minutes to decide provincial supremacy for the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Whether your season was worthwhile or whether it was a bust.
winner takes all right here. Penalty kicks, it's Cruel Mistress. Great for the winner, but devastating for the loser.
Yeah. So I think you only remember the ones you lose as well.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you're the player who misses the penalty and you have to live with yourself for that.
I wouldn't know, Ben. I wouldn't know. Painter in the midfield. Gauvin picks the ball off her, though. To Levesque. Levesque plays it through, but that's too hard, too square, too direct.
I wouldn't know about the penalty kicks either, but that's because the coach would never put me in. He knows I'm bad. He knows I'm too bad. He put me kicking 10th. And what would you know, it never really got to me.
Yeah. DeCourcy. Govan comes back, picks a pocket, can't beat the ball and bounds. Percy with a throw in. Kuban is back in, shaking the cramp off. Headed clear by Levesque. Both players jump, neither one gets there. McMillan in the back there of Percy. Referee Sam Bliss, who came on after 45 minutes. Blows the whistle, gives the free kick. Gates will take it.
He's been very consistent with those calls today, not letting too much rough and tumble happen off the ball or fighting for a loose ball. Been very strict with that.
Gates drives it in. There's a little flick by Sturber, or Kenny I think it was. Away by Nogel. Kuban. Ooh, goes past one, but Nogel's there. Puts it out for a throw in. Nicholas over to take it. Coach says leave it, but McNicholas having none of it. She's overran it, but now DeCourcy has it. The midfield for the Reds. But Govan on her, so she better be careful. Is it back? In it goes, but that's straight through to LeBlanc. Yeah, I think LeBlanc will launch this one. It's not too far though. DeCourcy gets a foot in.
I think as the game goes on, it might have penalties written all over it.
It was a challenge. There's Bougeot, but she can't get past Gates. Gates does well again. Painter tries to go down the line. Good tackle by LeBlanc. Ooh, going down the line now. Ola ahead.
Taking the long way around just didn't quite work out for her.
Good defending. It's over everybody's head. Getting a little tug back there. Kenny's still going though. Not giving the free kick though. She's questioning the referee as to why right now.
No, I think that was the correct non-call there. Not too much in that. You kind of hoping as a player when you fatigue, you're hoping the referee will bail you out. Just blow that whistle.
All ahead. Ball still in. Painter wins the throw in. Into Kenny. Shields it. Oh, plays in Spicer. Beautiful ball in.
Beautiful ball.
Spicer get this ball across. We have a quality cross. It's a decent ball. LeBlanc. Can DeCourcy get there first? Oh, she's whacked Govan there. The answer was no. Good tracking back by Gauvin.
It was a good get by the goalkeeper, but just didn't quite punch it away enough. Yeah. And if that fell to a Reds player, it would have probably been game over. But fortunately, kind of fell in between two Reds ladies there. And
good pass, good cross by Spicer.
Good job by the ref to play advantage on that initial foul.
Draper's going to take it.
First time in 20 minutes any goalkeepers had to do much of anything.
Of course, he wins the ball in the air. Kuban. Down the line it goes. It's straight out of bounds, though. It's ambitious. Comes inside. Well worked there by Kodiak. Levesque plays it long. Flicked on. Always trouble when it gets in behind the defense at this stage of the game. Anything can happen. LeBlanc flicks it to her namesake. Gets it forward.
That's just what you talk about. A little
struggling to get that ball forward. It's just a one tackle after another right there. All ahead. And no advantage. Good call by the referee. All the nerves picking up now. This is always makes it a little bit trickier to defend. Good header by Gates. Kenny plays it through, but that's going to go through to the keeper.
It's the right idea.
Punt forward to half. It's allowed to bounce. It's not good defending. All ahead. Come into live. Painter's after her. Into the box, but cut out by the Pickering Reds defender. It's a bit of a lazy ball forward. Easy for Gamble.
Composure here, communication.
Well done, all ahead there, keeping that ball in. Spicer gets a toe in. Knocks it out of bounds. We're down to 9 minutes to play.
Before PKs.
Pete Gaze.
You take 120 minutes of hard work and grinding it out just to have it come down to a few penalty kicks. The men's game will follow. We see in the behind the goal players warming up.
It's Bugeaud battling. All ahead will take the throw in. This game's been knotted at 2-2 now for a while. In comes the throw. It's in long. And it's goal kick.
Here we go.
You see the referee pointing that general direction like that for a split second. You think, what?
Yeah.
You call it a penalty? But no, just a goal kick.
Sammy Joe Bell likes to take the ball to the other side of the goalposts. Spicer's got width on this side. The Reds can win the ball. McNicholas knocks it forward. Kenny puts some pressure on LeBlanc. Spicer's got to get forward there, I think, and put some pressure on the fullback.
Yeah, definitely. Although she kind of got bailed out there by a little bit of a bad touch by Alderhead.
Down the line it goes. That's going to drift out of bounds. Gamble has it. But it's deep in Kodiak half. Makes it difficult for them to do anything with it. Pickering's Reds will be looking to win this back here. To Olahead. Straight out of bounds, but she had a little bit of a nudge there. Wins the free kick.
The ball's been really kept in this side of the field here for quite the majority of the second half of added time.
It's good for us. You can see clearly. LeBlanc. McNicholas.
Good hustle there.
Won back again by LeBlanc. Lots of challenges going in now. Painter.
I think there's only about 6 minutes left of the second half of added time, and I think both players realize that, both sets of players, and so they're just leaving it all out on the field. So you may as well give your all here for the last 6 minutes.
Yep.
Don't leave anything in the tank. This is your final game of the season. Let's leave it all out there.
It's a decent ball. She can keep that in. Don't think so, though.
Ooh, only just though.
You just take a little weight off some of these passes.
They've been heavy all day.
Yeah.
All day long.
And too straight, right? If it's in towards the corner, it gives the player a bit of a chance to beat the goalkeeper to it. At least take the goalkeeper out of it.
Come on, big wins here. That starts it. Let's go.
Dominic LeBlanc. With another goal kick for Kodiak. Oh, she's played it in short. We haven't seen that much today.
Maybe
And
it'll
here's
cost her!
Oh, what a finish! Amanda Kenny.
Wow, I honestly think that's the first short goal kick we've seen all day long. I don't know what possessed her to do it. She hasn't had that much success finding Kodiak Shears deep, But all of a sudden, she likes to play it short. And just a defensive lapse. What a finish. Don't take anything away from that finish. But that was the first real goal-scoring opportunity
you gotta-
that we've had in this whole added time.
You got to wonder if Gamble was expecting that at all, that ball to come to her. Fatigue, maybe? Oh, there's a bad foul. Spicer's already had a card. Oh, this could be trouble. No, I think he was going for a card, realised he's already given her a card, and he's going to give her the benefit of that, which is very important because when they do go to nationals, you don't want to be suspended, for the first 2 games.
I
And
wonder
it
if
would carry over.
So as a coach in that situation, you have a decision to make. If you have a player on a card and you think maybe the game is, you can hold this lead out.
Yeah, I think if it was me, I'd want to make sure I got there first. Then I'd worry about the card situation.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they have capable players on their bench, but yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
If they score another, I might take her out. But I don't know. I've watched her in her, playing for UNB. She's not a kind of player that takes a lot of cards, so.
Yeah. And obviously, if you're playing on a card, you are going to play differently. But the Kodiak have another comeback in them. They scored at the very end of regulation to bring it to overtime.
Yeah, you never know. Here's Kenny again. Nice
would-
ball out to Percy.
It would be against a run of play if it was to
Nicholas.
happen, but. And here we see it again.
Burnt once.
Yeah, haven't they learned their lesson the first time?
That was a bad foul, too.
And frustration sets in very much from the other team when someone's just standing over there in the corner.
What's
with the
interesting
ball.
here, though, is there's 3 Kodiak players, kind of still, well, maybe a couple are walking back now, but they're down a goal. Why not, they could actually outnumber the UNB players upfield there.
Well, let's hope they're
If I
on the
was-
same page this time around as opposed to last.
Yeah, well, there's only 3 minutes this time. Not even that, so it's different than doing it with 6 and 7 minutes left.
I mean, I really sincerely hope they learned their lesson in that one.
No! Hey!
And when you do have a league set up as we do with the cup final, the best teams make it, right? So
Yeah.
you have to wonder how many tough games they've had to play in the season. So that kind of experience, if you can't get it throughout the season, when it comes to the big game, it's really
Yeah.
interesting to
Yeah.
see how different teams react, if you haven't faced that challenge before.
I mean, league games, you pretty much know you're going to, win or lose. You're still going to be playing in the Jubilee Cup, whether you're playing in the semi-final or the final. So there's a lot less pressure. This game, I mean, it's win or lose.
Exactly. I mean, even more in the men's game, just to allude to that, which is coming up right after this one, I assume fairly quickly. This one, the Pickeroons Reds, as you said earlier, no matter what, we're going to nationals. With the men, they have that added incentive on top of the cup win.
Yes.
So that's going to be very thrilling.
Pickeroon's trying to keep possession. Now to Kersey. Into Kuban. Ball into McNicholas. And out for a throw. And as a defender there, you can't afford to just put the ball out for a throw.
No.
And you've got to try to do something. You've got to try to do a little bit more, even if it's a little risky.
Well, even if they concede a goal now, so what, right? I mean, they're down 3-2. There's 40 seconds left, and unsurprisingly, there's a substitute coming on.
Credit where credit's due, though. The sub is jogging off.
You probably just picked the player who's furthest on the other side of the field there. Take anyone.
It is Amanda Kenny, the goal scorer. And Sturber going back in. And that ball is out for a goal kick, so still some defending to do.
Maggie, make it, Cubs. Corny, that's fine.
This is where Pickeroons Reds will want to win this ball in the air and keep the pressure.
Well, we have zeros on the clock right now,
Yeah.
so no time to waste. It's now or
Yeah.
never.
The referee is signaling 1 minute of time to be added on at the end of this.
Rachel inside.
He's still seeing. I can see him, but I don't think the fourth official was paying attention. Oh, Kuban flicks it forward. This could be trouble.
Oh, don't say it isn't so. Look at
Oh.
this.
Sammy,
Oh, wow.
Sammy Joe Bell not in the mood for penalties.
Come in. Fix your hair when you
This
get
is
back
it.
there.
This is it.
Get up, get up.
Last chance saloon here.
Oi.
Oh, fouled her. No call.
She did go to ground very easily, but it's still a throw, and there's still time.
Courtney.
Not long though, a matter of seconds.
This ball's getting dropped in the box.
But the Reds players know that
Corner.
too. This is it!
Strong, get up. Get up.
I wonder if the Reds,
Here comes the keeper. All
This
5'5"
is
of her.
so they decide to keep all 11 players in the box to the Reds that burned them last time. They're going for it again.
Driven in. Hacked clear.
Good.
Back to LeBlanc. Oh, it's a dirty one in the box. Trying to get
What
it
a
up.
ball!
It's
It's
everywhere.
bouncing around! No!
Post. Looked like,
Oh my goodness, what an ending!
looked like a suspicion of handball in there too.
What an ending! That ball put back in after the initial corner just hung up forever. Bounced around
Bounced
7
around.
or 8 white heads. Oh my goodness, and it hit the post.
Like a game of bagatelle in there for the last 5 seconds of the game.
You can't ask for a better end to
No.
regulation, a better end to added time. Kodiak keeping it so interesting. Wow, what a game.
Very well fought game. Very evenly balanced. Kodiak can certainly leave with their heads held high, and know that if they had chosen to go to nationals and won this game, they'd be just as competitive as Picaroons Reds, who will now represent New Brunswick at the nationals. It's the first time I think in some years that we've had a representative just decided not to make the commitment in previous years. So it'll be good to be put New Brunswick back on the national stage there, see what our club teams can do.
That's fantastic and clearly deserved. I mean, give credit to Kodiak. They kept it very, very interesting. At the end of the day, if you were going to compare these two teams, though, Picaroons Reds probably were the better team overall, over not just 90 minutes, but 120 minutes as well. But a very, very thrilling, exciting game, and credit where credit's due. Good job, Picaroons Reds.
3-2 winners. So we'll be back for the men's game. Not sure how long they're going to give these teams. The coach is optimistically setting up a possession.
You're watching TV1, your community station.